Yes, good morning, VS. 5 seconds. Start. All over the country, since independence, there has been a great deal of enthusiasm among the people, particularly among our young men and women, to rebuild our nation. It is very remarkable. But then, before one takes up this work, one must have a clear idea of our country that is to be. As you are aware, an engineer, before he begins the construction of any building, gets full information first as to what purpose the building will be used, like school, hospital, or public office. After that, he draws the plan and then constructs the building accordingly. Therefore, we also must have a clear picture of the future India and then begin building the nation. I am sure we are not going to make India a great military nation because no military power has lived long. We are a poor nation and we want wealth to be able to feed our masses. But bread and butter alone will not solve our problems. People of other advanced nations do not have peace of mind and real happiness in spite of their wealth. Look at the young people of some of these advanced countries. Some of them very rich, but often they have no goal in life. We want military strength to protect our freedom and not to fight with our neighbors. We want wealth to feed our masses who are poor, but this cannot be the ideal of the nation. Something more is required besides these two. We want something more which will bring peace to us along with wealth and power. It is advisable for us to go through our ancient history and see how great India was in power, wealth, and happiness during those days. During that period, evidently, we had great ideals that could make India so great in the past. But then, how has this sudden fall come about? We have to find out the causes that led to this downfall. In constructing future India, we must accept the ideals that made us great and try to learn and put into practice what were not there at that time. We must utilize the new methods of science for the welfare of our people. We should not forget the moral and cultural values we have been following in the past, and these values only have kept us as a nation for the last 3000 years. We are human beings, and God has given us reason to be used and not to allow ourselves to be driven like cattle by anyone and everyone who comes and tells us something. We should gather all information about our past and present and then only plan the future for the better. We should not be led away by emotion. First of all, the most important thing is character. Without character, nothing great can be achieved. So, if we want to make India great, we must build our character first and then use our reason and find out what type of India we want to build and then begin to work for it. For this kind of study, ancient writings of great saints will guide us properly to achieve our culture and ideals. We want that education by which character is formed, strength of mind is increased, the knowledge is expanded, and by which one can stand on his own feet. From the Chief Executive Officer, Khadi Board, Hyderabad, to the Secretary to Government, Industries and Commerce Department, Hyderabad. Sir, I am in receipt of your letter regarding special rebate on retail sales of khadi cloth during the next festival season. The special rebate is being allowed normally on special occasions. This is in addition to the usual central government rebate. It may be mentioned that the government were pleased to sanction this special rebate during previous years on important festival occasions. It may not be out of place to point out here that during the period when special rebate was allowed, retail sales have gone very high, and the board is happy to say that with the kind cooperation of government, they are able to help the public, weavers, and the institutions satisfactorily. I may also mention that by allowing this special rebate, we will be helping the basic cottage industry in expanding their programs and covering several backward areas to the best of our ability. This will not only reduce the pressure on production of other varieties of cloth, but help bringing down prices of cloth and making it within the reach of the poor. In the circumstances explained above, I request that orders of the state government allowing special rebate on retail sales of khadi cloth during the next festival season, as on previous occasions, may kindly be obtained and communicated to me at an early date. Yours faithfully.